All right, let's talk about a problem that I'm willing to bet everyone has had at some point, needing to be in two places at once. Today, we're going to look at a pretty cool solution, the G-Series from Sollae Systems. Think of it as a remote control for the real world. Let's dive in.
I mean, have you ever been there? You're sitting at your desk, but you really need to reboot a server in a data center across the city. Or maybe you need to unlock a gate for a delivery driver at some remote site, but you're nowhere close. It's that classic, I can't be everywhere at once problem.
You know, I kind of call this the long arm problem. It's that moment of frustration where you just need to physically flip a switch, check a sensor, or turn something on, but it's completely out of reach. This pops up everywhere, from giant factories to just managing a small property. So what's the fix? Well, what if you had a digital handyman, or maybe a super long-distance finger? That's really what we're talking about today, a way to put your eyes and your hands exactly where you need them without you actually having to go there. Okay, so the official term is a remote I/O controller, which sounds a little complicated, but trust me, it's not. I/O is just short for input and output. This little box is basically a translator. It listens for an input from a sensor, like, say, a temperature alarm, and then it triggers an output, an action, like turning on a cooling fan. Let me break it down. It's really just three simple steps. First, a sensor picks something up. That's your input. Maybe a motion detector goes off. Second, that signal zips over the network to the G-Series box. And third, the box immediately does whatever you told it to do. That's the output. An alarm goes off, a light clicks on, a door locks. Input makes an output happen. That's it. Simple, but so powerful. Now here's the detail about the G-Series that is absolutely crucial to understand. We're talking about a wired Ethernet connection. You know, in a world that's obsessed with Wi-Fi, you might ask, why does that matter? Well, it matters because for some jobs, reliability isn't just a nice feature, it's everything. And this really says it all perfectly. Just think of a wired connection, like the VIP line for your data, right? There's no waiting, no interference from a nearby microwave, and definitely no dropped calls. It's a direct, private line for commands that absolutely, positively have to get through. And when you put them side by side, the difference is just crystal clear. Wi-Fi is convenient, for sure, but you're always running the risk of a dropped signal or interference. With a wired Ethernet connection, like on these G-Series devices, you get rock-solid stability. It's also just way more secure from the get-go. And look, if you're controlling heavy machinery or a security system, you just can't afford to take that chance. So, with that in mind, let's meet the toolkit. The Sollae Systems G-Series isn't just one device, it's a whole family of them, and they're designed so you can pick the right tool for whatever job you have, whether it's big or small. So it's all about picking the right model for your project. The CIE H10G, that's the big one. It's got a tough steel case and gives you 8 inputs and 8 outputs, perfect for more complex setups. Need something a little smaller? The CIE H4G has 4 of each. And if you just need to do one simple thing, like monitor one sensor to control one light, the little CIE H12G is absolutely perfect. And no matter which one you pick, they all share some great features. You can control them right from a web browser. They all speak the industry standard language called Modbus/TCP. But I want you to look at that last one on the list, the internet switch trick, because, oh man, this is where things get really clever. Yeah, I call this the internet domino effect. It's this amazing feature that lets these little boxes talk directly to each other, creating this incredible chain reaction right over the internet. This is really the secret sauce that turns them from just a simple remote control into a truly smart, interconnected system. Seriously, this feature is what makes the G-Series so special. It's such a simple idea, but it completely changes how you can think about remote control. Let me just show you. So, the internet switch lets one G-Series device trigger another one directly. Anywhere in the world, all it needs is an internet connection. There's no PC in the middle, no complicated software. An input over here causes an output way over there. It is that simple. Just think about what that means. You could have a pressure sensor in a warehouse hooked up to a small H12G. When that sensor goes off, it could instantly trigger a warning light in your office hundreds of miles away, which is hooked up to an H14G. And at the exact same moment, it could send a signal to a big H10G at your main control panel to log the event. And all of this happens automatically, peer-to-peer, with no computer needed, just the internet.
So what does this all really add up to? Well, it means you're in complete control. You're in the driver's seat. It's all about giving you simple, super reliable, and really powerful control over your world, no matter where you happen to be.
So how do you actually use them? You've got options, and they're all easy. You can just pull up the built-in web page on your phone or computer. There's also some free software called ModMap if you've got a bunch of them to manage. And for the pros, it'll talk to any industrial system that uses the Modbus/TCP standard.
And that right there is the big takeaway. That's the whole point. With a super stable wired connection and these incredibly smart features like the internet switch, you just don't have to be there anymore to be in control. Distance is no longer the problem.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, from factory equipment to farm irrigation systems, building security, you could even use it for crazy home automation stuff. The possibilities are pretty much endless. So I guess I'll just leave you with this question. What's the first button you wish you could push from miles away?